Hi everyone, Sharissa Bloomberg here. Today I'm talking a bit about relationships and being stuck at home with the person who you absolutely love and adore, but it's getting a little bit hectic there because you're getting on each other's nerves. So how do we spend more time in each other's space and without getting so frustrated and without all these fights that are starting? Psychologists have said two things that's going to happen during lockdown, that there's going to be a huge divorce rate and that there are going to be a lot of babies born. I'm not even going into the aspect of the people and the women who are in abusive relationships because I can't even get my mind around how painful and terrible that must be during lockdown. But I want this to be lighthearted, and how on earth can we work through this? Because a lot of people are coming to me and saying, Sharissa, how do I save my marriage? How do I save my partnership? What do I do? So, normally we have people who are in relationships. You go away, you work, you have time to miss each other, even if it's in a day or even if it's longer than that. We go around our business and we come together in the afternoon, late evening. But now this isn't happening. We are forced into working in a close proximity. And a lot of people are fighting, they're not speaking to each other. Or you're working at the same desk and, which is supposedly your office because the room is cramped. And one is speaking loudly on the phone and the other person needs some quiet time to talk and they're sighing in frustration. And it's just becoming very hectic to work in a close proximity. And people don't know how to do that. And we haven't been taught how to give each other space. So a few tips I want to just share with you. Establish your work boundaries. And if the kids at home, that's even more complex. But decide who's going to work, who's going to look after the kids. What routine can you have where one works, one cooks, one takes a step just outside and into the garden if you're lucky enough to have one. But how to give each other space, talk about the boundaries, communicate. It's so crucial to actually say to your partner, I'm feeling a bit frustrated now. I need some time out. Or I'm going to go and close the door. Please, just can have some space for an hour. I need time out to think. It's important to do that. My heart goes out for the people who just have one room and not able to do that. But if you're fortunate enough to do that, take the time out, make your boundaries clear, get a routine clear. It's clearly defined in your mind. There's time to exercise, there's time to play, there's time to work with the kids, there's time to work on your own self, there's time to just collect your thoughts because it's so crucial. And then there's time to exercise as a family, play as a family, and not even walk the dog, heaven help us. So take short time out breaks, communicate how you feel. Say, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling sad, and it's not at you, I'm feeling uncertain right now, I'm feeling panicky. Talk about it. You should be able to communicate all of this with your partner. And try and create date nights. Wouldn't that be interesting? How can you have a creative date night together? Because that romance shouldn't be lost as well. And unfortunately, you can't go for a walk and a picnic, but how can you be creative about having one night a week where you can bring that romance back? And I want us just to take a step back and think about, before we actually say something to hurt our partners, the damage can be done for a long time and we can never get that back. And let's not nag our partners, let's not speak down to them, let's not say hurtful things. And we've got to think so carefully. It's about doing the right thing and be careful what comes out of our mouth. Because those anger outbursts at our partners is normally not really about the small little thing that they did. They dropped something, they messed here, they messed there. It's not about that. It's about frustration and it's about build-up and it's about our fears for the future. So let's be very thoughtful and very, very mindful before we go hurting the people closest to us. Because it's normal to take it out on them. And as I say about my 86-year-old mom, every single time I speak who's here with me in the 21-day lockdown, I take the frustrations out. And it's not nice. We need to be very, very mindful, and be grateful for what we have. Our loved ones can, heaven forbid, be gone tomorrow through possibly, maybe, I hope not the virus, through heart attacks, through, you could say something to someone one day and you don't know the next day they may not be there. So I'd love us to really think about what comes out of our mouth. I'm speaking to myself as well here. Let's do the right thing, make the right choices, and think before we speak, and we let this frustration out onto the people closest to us. There's so many lessons to be learned here. Thank you for listening to me. Let's do the right thing. Integrity matters. God bless. Be safe, everyone.